1986, Collin Baker was fired from Doctor Who. This was essentially because the higher ups of the BBC wanted to inject new life into the show. I think Collin Baker was let go from the show far too early, and listening to the Big Finish stories he did subsequently, I really love his depiction of the Doctor. So for this video, I'm going to be speculating what if Collin Baker had been allowed to say for Series 24. In this new Series 24, I'm going to change Collin Baker's costume. I'm going to put the 6th Doctor in his blue costume because I think it looks much better than his original bright costume. I'm also going to stick with the 4 stories per series structure that a lot of late 80s series of the show take. With all that being said, let's get on with the video. The Doctor and Mel decide to visit Paradise Towers, a residential complex that promises a peaceful life to its residents. However, the establishment is far from peaceful. Conflict persists among the Kangs, humanoid, multicoloured beings who gather in opposing gangs, based on which colour they bear. Furthermore, killer cleaning robots prowl the halls of the tower. Paradise Towers will be basically the same as the TV version. The only obvious change will be that this story will feature the 6th Doctor instead of the 7th. No one lives to old age in this strange English village. When their time comes, they are taken and never seen again. That is the way, and should anyone try to break the established order of things, then the fury of Heron, the hunter, is unleashed. When the TARDIS materialises near a castle in the medieval society, the Doctor and Mel befriend Guth, a terrified youth who is attempting to flee his fate, and Heron is closing in, and the Doctor is caught in a rebellion against the evil Baron. Leviathan is an unproduced Series 23 story, and in my opinion, is such a shame we never got this story on TV. This story would have originally featured Perry as the companion, but I've changed it to Mel because of where I've placed it in the timeline. If you do want to hear the original version of this story, Big Finish have done it as part of their Lost Stories collection, and in my opinion, it is very much a recommended listen. Boarding a Nostalgia Tours bus, the Doctor and Mel go for a holiday. They soon learn that one of their fellow passengers, Delta, is a Chiron queen fleeing from the Bannermen, who wishes to make their species extinct. The time traveller's trip to Shangri-La turns into a battle against genocide. Again, Delta and the Bannermen will be basically the same as the TV version. The only obvious change will again be it will feature the 6th Doctor instead of the 7th. The TARDIS has been drawn to Blackpool in 1987, where the Doctor must investigate a space-time vortex. While enjoying some of the local attractions, the Doctor and Mel are being watched by an old enemy who wants revenge. Just like Leviathan, The Nightmare Fair is an unproduced Series 23 story. I brought this story through to this series because I love the concept of bringing the Toymaker back, especially with Michael Gough, who is the definitive Toymaker. This story is going to feature the regeneration of the 6th Doctor. At the end of the story, the Toymaker is going to do something which will cause the 6th Doctor to regenerate. Let's say he fires a beam of energy at the Doctor or something. Anyway, this causes the 6th Doctor to regenerate into the 7th Doctor, who will still be played by Sylvester McCoy in this continuity. If you do want to hear this story the way it was originally written, Big Finish have done it as part of their Lost Stories collection. I'm not going to go into much detail in this video on Series 25 because this video is Collin Baker's Series 24 and not about Series 25. But this being said, I want to do an overview of what this series would be like, especially with the changes made to Series 24. In this series, Dragonfire is going to be the 7th Doctor's post-regeneration story. This story is going to feature Mel's departure and Ace joining the TARDIS like it does in the regular timeline. The rest of the series is going to be the same, with Remembrance of the Daleks, The Happiness Patrol and The Greatest Show in the Galaxy. I'm going to have to remove one of the stories because I can't imagine the low budget of 80s Doctor Who being able to stretch to have 5 stories instead of the 4. I removed Silver Nemesis because I don't think it's overly great and I'd need a gap in the series. So there we are. I do wish we could have seen more 6th Doctor on screen, but I do like the way things came out in the end. And at the end of the day, I think Collin Baker does much better on audio than on screen. Thanks for watching.